and it's a dark romance fantasy.
We're live on the internet. Dark romance fantasy.
I haven't. Dark romance fantasy. It's called Daughter of Winter. I have not read it yet.
Okay.
Must stress, haven't read it. But I want to go to the front cover.
Hello, everybody in chat. We're talking about dark romance series. Jocelyn started a new one and she's telling me about it.
Well, I would love to. Yeah, I know I've already read it. That's why I'm looking for the front cover. So I can say the name of the book properly. And the series properly. So, what do I do? Why am I doing this the hard way? Do it the easy way.
Yeah, do it the easy way. Hello in chat to Susanna. She made it. Yay.
Oh, good. Painted Scars. By Neva Lita? Oh, I'm going to spell it for you. Altaj. Because I am not pronouncing that right.
T-H-A. Oof. I don't know. If the J is at the end, I have no idea.
It's got a very pretty cover. Ooh.
Oh, I see. The hands with the tattoos and the rings. Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is dark romance. It's mafia.
Okay.
He's a Russian. Have fun.
I've never read a Rofia? Wow. Mafia romance. Rofia. That's what it is now.
This series right now currently features, I'm in the third book, which is Broken Hero. It's a part of a big series, like Imperfectly Perfect, I think is what the series title is called. Anyway, that's what I'm currently reading, but I also found that I was watching Instagram Reels, like I do, and I was watching BookTube, whatever. I watch both, and she was talking about the author was talking about Daughter of Winter. And I was like, oh, dark fantasy romance. Jocelyn, she'll look that up. It was on my Kindle Unlimited, and Jocelyn just put it in the pile.
Nice.
But I have not read that one yet. So that one is coming with the caveat of I have no idea, but it says dark fantasy romance. So I'm in. And the Mafia one's fun. Because they're tattooed, they're big, they're Russian. Have fun.
Okay.
I keep asking my mom for the one that she reads that's also like ex-military, but then I can never remember it long enough to actually go find it. It must be in Kindle Unlimited because my mom and me both have Kindle Unlimited, but be darned if I remember from the time I'm talking to my mom to the time I look for it in my phone. You guys would not believe the number of Instagram Reels I have saved because they flash the book on the screen, and I know the description and the little descriptor at the bottom, I hate that. I want the books, but I freaking hate when they do the photos and don't give me the names of the titles of the books.
I know, right? And like, I know why they do it, because it makes you watch the reel a bunch of times, but it's such an artificial, annoying way to inflate it.
I would watch it again repetitively anyway if you're excited about it. There's the one I keep forgetting to remind Diana. I'm going to go back to my Kindle and be looking here in a hot second, because it's got the one with the girl who's actually like girl size, not wayfish.
Ooh.
But like thighs rubbed together.
Oh my god, is that allowed? Hey, does anybody remember if I was doing 1x1 or 2x2 ripping?
What did I say to you? I don't know what pattern you're working on. Hi guys,
I did 2x2 ribbing for these socks. Hello in chat to Donna. Oh, I am paying attention, I swear. It's 2x2 ribbing. I would be so annoyed if I'd be so annoyed if I started doing the wrong ribbing. You know?
That would be hilarious.
I'd be so annoyed if I had one sock in 1x1 and one sock in 2x2.
So funny,
right?
So
like
funny.
It just snort is what I would have to say to that.
So good. Okay, we're gonna do an episode. I should do an intro and we should get going.
We should.
It's time. I put all that effort into making a giant cup of tea, and I left it in the frickin' kitchen.
What'd you do that for?
Because we're doing great today, okay? That's just what I gotta say about that. Guys!
Hey, that's all right. We've got a Rafia moments, so... I am also doing great today.
Oh, Lord. Guys, welcome to the Northerners Podcast. We're two friends in fiber who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is...
Diana.
I'm told it's episode 409. It's the first monthly live of 2025 that isn't January, because the January live just kind of rolls over from December.
Right?
So this feels like the first live of the year.
It does, kind of.
Yeah, because
It's actually been separated from everything else.
Yeah, it's
I want to do one by one ribbing so badly on this sock. You have no idea.
Do you? I really don't.
2x2.
I prefer
2x2.
I prefer 1x1 ribbing. It's far more enjoyable. It's far more enjoyable.
I did 2x2. I gotta do 2x2, otherwise they won't match and it'll bother me forever.
It really will. It'll just drive you nuts.
I know. Why did I do 2x2? What was going through my head?
So good. All right. I don't know why, but apparently I need to rub my eyes aggressively today. Okay, cool. Oh, goodness. That's it. I'm done. We want to talk romance novels instead this week. I've been all about that. Whatever with the knitting. Lord knows I have a lot of stuff as usual. The 2-week sort of challenge has begun, so this is the last of the Jocelyn shows for 3 weeks because I'm, as of Friday, I've been very focused on one project.
That's all right. We had whip sprints included in this week, so I actually have stuff. It's also toasty here, so you talk about the Jocelyn show, and I'm going to close the vent and open the window because I'm going to melt otherwise.
That's totally fair. We're having blowing snow, so some gusty winds, and I have stuff drying on the radiators because, of course, I do. That's what it does. I have what? You know what? I'm just going to start doing projects, and we're just going to get there because we got stories and stuff going everywhere, and I don't even understand what's going on anymore.
I got blankets and whip sprints. Oh man, I didn't even give thought to what to have people vote on for whip sprints. Oh my gosh. Okay. Chat, give some thought about the whip sprints. Whip it or rip it. That's what I meant. I'm doing so well today.
Did you have your coffee this morning? I have questions.
I have it right now. I have it right here.
It's okay. I'm not without beverage. It's like my freaking security blanket. It's like I'm 4. I'm just so happy when I have ginger ale in my life. So good. The mysterious Mr. B came over on Wednesday. We had plans to game, but one of our buddies who had to game, his hot water tank broke.
Ooh,
he had to stay home for the guy to come replace the hot water tank. And in January, one requires one's hot water tank. This is not a thing you can put off.
Yeah.
So he was like, my hot water tank broke at 7 this morning, and we're like, oh my god, A, how much water was there? He's like, oh, so much water. I'm like, B, how soon is that guy coming? He's like, yeah, he's coming in an hour. I'm like, okay, you solve that, we'll game another week because
my gosh,
you need your hot water tank in January.
At least when our hot water tank went, it was August, and it didn't leak, it just stopped warming.
No, his cracked, leaked everywhere, all over his basement floor. He was not a happy camper.
No, I bet not.
His brother was like, so I'm off the hook. And he was like, no, you're coming to help finish clean up. He's like, God. I was like, yeah, well, I'm not related to him, so it's fine. I don't have to go. He's like, yeah, I wouldn't let you in my basement anyway. It's not well lit. I'm like, that's fair. A lot of people don't let me into their basements for that reason.
There's a couple of steps in my basement that would absolutely murder you, I'm certain.
Oh, yeah, my sister doesn't let me in her basement unless absolutely necessary under pains of death. If they physically require me downstairs because they don't want to carry that much upstairs, they will watch me go down the stairs. That's how bad the stairs are to my sister's basement. Otherwise, the teenagers won't let me down. My mother won't let me down. My sister and mother-in-law will not let me down the stairs. I've been in her basement twice. Once because we were going through boxes, and once because they were showing the house after they bought it. That's it. I don't disagree. Her dogs also don't like going down the stairs. I'm with the dogs. Nah, man, I'll pass. I'm good.
Stitches. 2 extra stitches. This is just very upsetting. I'm
gonna have to did you to yourself?
Decrease 2 stitches at the end of this.
Okay, just decrease 2 stitches.
I will just decrease 2 stitches. Just purl 2 together twice. It's fine.
In ribbing, it'll disappear real quick.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
All right. I definitely have more than you, so I should probably get going.
Hello in chat before you get started to Liz and Nikki and... No, I'm caught up now. Oh. Suzanne's having a busy day, got up, took a bath, had some tea, went grocery shopping, got Tim Hortons, came home and loaded some groceries. So productive. I got up, realized I had completely misset my alarm, and that I had an hour to get ready.
Okay.
That's been my day.
I was reading a dark romance novel. looked at the clock and went, oh my God, it's 11:30. Get your butt out of bed. Phaedra, not impressed with this decision. Do you ever do that thing where you like, something goes sideways? Okay, so story time with Jocelyn. Settle in. Because I am very honest, very open, and very public about the fact that my reproductive organs are giving me the runaround. And I don't think we're honest and open enough with each other, never mind with like the public, about menopause, which I'm admittedly doing early because of I'm short on ovary. I'm doing it early. My cycle kicked my teeth in this week. It was not fun. That's fine. They happen. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it's not fine. This was not fine. It was fairly pain-induced. So like some nights I was up late because I couldn't sleep well. Some then I was sleeping into the day because I was catching up from the bad sleep I had the night before. Like it's been a week. Thank God I work for myself and I can just work when I can be awake, right? Like, this would have been a take time off from work with overtime kind of week. That is the kind of week I've been having.
God damn. Oof.
It's why you bank hours sometimes. So that's fine. So I've been in and out of bed most of the week. Anybody who's watching my Instagram has noticed the last few pictures have been taken from bed because the majority of my day is spent there right now. So Phaedra's not excited when I leave the bed because I've made the bed my perma home for the moment. So it was interesting because time has no meaning at this point for me because I get up, I do a thing, and then I go back to bed. That's what I've been doing.
Oss in chat as well. Oss is also having an amazingly productive day. I have not even made dinner today. McDonald's fixed that. Good.
McDonald's fixes a lot of my woes.
It does. I have to say.
A lot of my woes, and it is a wonderful comfort food. Everybody's got their fast food comfort food. It doesn't necessarily have to be McDonald's, but you will have a fast food-ish comfort food. You have to know what it is, and it might be specific to your region. Like it might be like the local family restaurant that makes, the deep fried whatever that you love. Like you'll have something, right? Diane, I can tell you mine's McDonald's. It's the only fast food restaurant I can eat at.
I don't know if it qualifies as fast food, but palak paneer from the Indian place around the corner.
Is it healthy for you? Is it healthy?
I mean,
and is it deep fried?
It's pureed spinach, but it's probably got a lot more salt and sugar in it than I realize.
It's restaurant food.
Of cheese. So like it's delicious.
Yeah, no, that's
and I can eat
comfort
way
food.
Too much of it.
That's definitely comfort food.
It's comforting. I don't know if it counts as fast food, but it's very definitely comforting.
It's definitely comforting. Okay. So I've been doing my granny squares there, which is fine. This is what you got to do. But I've spent too much time in bed, so now my back hurts.
I hate that.
Winning. I was like, really? I need to make me one of those incredibly firm, stuffed back chair things that teenagers would use when they sit on the floor to keep their back posture straight, like so parents can pretend that teenagers have correct posture. I need one of those for my bed so I can sit on my bed and I can sit in my bed, but it forces me to sit upright. Posture. I didn't. Like, I don't think that's a thing. Anyway, I have been making squares, but let's be honest, I'm probably going back to bed shortly once I'm done all of my stuff for today's work. That's just how it goes. I am not behind in squares. I am behind in photographs. I need to post 2 photographs today. So I have been working on my granny squares. I think like everybody ad nauseum, we've all heard a lot, and we've got 11 more months to go. I am working on a 365-day granny square challenge with the leaves of wildflower and wool. I am using this challenge opportunity not to learn to crochet, which is what I did 8 years ago when we started this channel, and I was learning to crochet using YouTube tutorial videos, specifically from Yarn Utopia, and specifically her 365-day granny square challenge. You can still go find this challenge. She wrote blog posts. Their YouTube videos are still up. It is a great way to learn to crochet because it explains one new concept every day, which is really nice. Really nice. So it gave me a huge width and breadth of knowledge quite quickly, considering it was just a year. And that was 8 years ago, and I've been crocheting ever since. This time around, I'm using it to get some freaking blanket work done.
Donna says she's behind on both, LOL.
It's fair. I was behind till literally like sometime yesterday, and I'm blaming the romance series. I'm blaming the romance series and the fact I had a crappy body week. I did, however, have continued work, and I figured out I need 9 big squares to go across a queen size bed. I want some of those big squares to be color blocked, so I want several of the same color together, and I want several squares not color blocked, so individual squares, right? So that way you'll get some color block sections, some multicolored sections, but I should have a flow because I can take the multicolored sections and separate them from the color block sections and have the color appear more than once. Planned chaos, that's what I do. I ordered and received more additional natural tweed brunette premium yarn, which is the neutral color I made the blanket, which, God, I forgot, it's 198 grams per ball for that bad boy. Oh, it takes a long time to get through a ball. Which is good. I only ordered 2, and I'm seeing how many squares I can get out of a ball, so I know how many more balls I need to order to finish the blanket. Because I'm at the halfway point-ish, so like now I'm okay to do the math, and at some point I know the internet will do the math for me. So I'm preparing for the math.
Okay.
Till the math arrives, this Granny Square Burnett, oh my god, Battenberg-style blanket is being made out of 3 rounds of basic Granny Square made on a 5mm hook on worsted weight acrylic scraps. These are the rules. It must be acrylic, it must be scrap, it must come from the Toad of Doom. The neutral I am allowed to buy because I've now got a base set up for neutral. It would look funny if I didn't do it with neutral.
Susanna's doing day 13 today. Has not even started my crochet challenge, but I'm almost finished the yoke on her February challenge sweater.
Oh, that's good.
Fancy.
Since her challenge sweater is fingering weight, that's really good.
To be almost on the yoke, my goodness.
Yeah, super good. So I got this square processed, and then I was like, I need to start something. That urge to start something kicks over every once in a while. So what I did do is I started my other squares, my other single one-off squares. I started 3 of them, and they looked like this to start. And this one's still like this. There's another one that my cat's currently sleeping on. Looks the same. And then there's one where I did the next day.
Cute.
And I'm building out. So this is because
I might really have to make one of those.
It's totally fair. It goes together really great with blankets
scraps. This year. I'm so obsessed.
Totally I'm enjoying the blanket creation. This means I can take the color pre-made squares that I've been making while I was waiting for more tweed yarn to show up. And I can put them into squares instead of having them loose because my cat likes to climb into the fabric bucket that I'm using to store my squares and pull them all out and sleep on the bucket. Which, I mean, adorable. It makes for good Instagram photos. If anybody saw the one I posted with Phaedra wishing everybody a good napping weekend, it makes my life a living pain in the keister because my cat's constantly pulling everything out. And I'm going to lose squares at some point. And I've made squares, darn it. I want to put them in my flipping blanket. But to get up to the 31st done, I have the first I need to finish today. Those are the ones my cat's currently sleeping on. And then I can do the second. Because photos. I'm behind on photos. It's always the photos with me. Work, it's the photos I fall behind on. But we're continuing work. Progress is happening. Scraps are disappearing. The bag of tiny, tiny, tiny scraps is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's getting emptier, and I like it. And I need 9 big squares. I need 4 multicolored squares and 5 color blocked squares.
Nice.
Why do I even bother trying to throw things?
Welcome on in.
Hey, Mary. So there we go. We've been caught up on the squares. Was I worried about today's squares? No, because today's the Zoom check-in for everybody who's doing the challenge with Louise and us. So I'm going to work on my squares then. Maybe I'll remember to post my photos.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see. Not. I told the epic story on Friday of the absolute challenge that vintage knitting can be. Because it's on my goal list for this year. And I'd initially intended to make a Scrappy V as my secret crafting with Louise. Then I had one heck of a horrible skein. I'm gonna put some pretext on this. I do not blame the dyers for the skein of doom.
Okay.
It is not the dyer's fault. When you order yarn, it comes in hanks. Whether you're buying the finished product or you're buying commercially comes and hangs in a box. Given the problems I was having winding this frickin' skein of yarn, I don't blame the dyers. I blame the people at the commercial end who initially hanked the yarn. That's out of their hands entirely. I lost almost half a skein's worth of yarn to knotting, which is not the dyer's.
That's horrible.
The rest of them balled up beautifully, super good to go, but I only have 3.5 balls of fingering weight yarn, and I need 4 balls of fingering weight yarn at 100 grams to make a Jocelyn-sized sweater. That is the minimum I can get away with. That's just how it is. So I couldn't do the scrap EV. And I'm talking about this beautiful, beautiful, I can see if I can put it on camera here because I don't quite know where my camera is. This beautiful red-brown from Midnight Cravings that we bought at the Manitoba Fiber Festival this past year, which would have made a beautiful single-color scrap EV sweater, isn't going to work. So that's fine. So then I went looking and I was like, seriously, I've been contemplating vintage patterns for how long now? Like forever and a hot minute.
Yeah.
So I went looking and there's a pattern called the Sugar Plum cardigan. It's super cute. I will complain this side of next Tuesday because there's 6 inches of ribbing on the damn thing. But it's...
Why do you do this to yourself?
Because it's the style I like. So I'm stuck doing it and I understand this. So I was going to swatch, and it looked roughly like we're going to be about a fingering weight yarn. But I know what's more important than Googling the yarn and Googling is getting gauge and checking the gauge math numbers so that I know what the pattern is originally working with so that I can gauge it properly. Which, again, we've talked about it here. The assumed lost knowledge of knowing how to gauge a sweater to your size is not instinctive anymore.
No.
So, well, that's fine. I can do the math. So I did the math. And the pattern is listed for a 35-inch bust. When you check your gauge, it's a finished 36.5-inch bust. So there's 1.5 inches positive ease built into the pattern. Excellent. That is important information. I need to know that information. But I must get gauge or nothing's going to work. I don't get 10 stitches per inch in ribbing on a 2.25 millimeter. Remember, it's 2x2 ribbing, guys. In the fingering weight yarn, which is a problem because the 2.25 is the smallest needle I own. I can't, and I don't have the budget to just go out and buy a new pair of needles. That's not in the books for me. Like, if I buy needles, I have to save for them. And I'm choosing not to get some food item, pick a food item. I'm choosing not to do a food item that month in exchange for getting a new needle. So, like, it's not like I can just go out and grab a smaller thing of needles. It's not in a disability budget. It's not how they work. So fine. What I do have is other weights of yarn.
Okay.
So I'm swatching on DK weight yarn to see if I can get that 10 stitches over 1 inch in 2x2 ribbing. Because that's the key one, because it's that 6 inches of ribbing that gives all that shaping. So, like, I have to make it. Getting 6 stitches per inch on fingering weight or DK weight yarns, that's not hard. I'm definitely in the needle range for that. But I need to do it on the ribbing. So I don't know where my secondary swatch. So anyway, I'm 5 swatches down, and I might have the stitch count at this
point. Goodness. So you're doing great.
I'm doing great. There has been a lot of swatching in the background this month. There's been a lot of swearing because, like, I'll do a swatch, but even I don't want to do 5 of them.
That is a lot of swatches. And then you gotta wash and block all of them, too.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But I want that sweater. And I want to start making vintage patterns. And I want to start writing reviews of the vintage patterns where you can link to the vintage pattern, or you can look at my numbers because they're for my size. And then maybe we can start to rebuild some of that lost knowledge that we used to have in the community.
That'd be neat.
Could be fun. Or it could be a just Jocelyn does a lot of math situation. I don't know what's going on with that. But for the moment, we're stuck on Swatch City. I'm not free of it yet. The good news is once the sweater is underway properly, I will then take a look at a similar style of clothing, like dresses, and I will build an outfit around the cardigan. Which, again, I'm into retro vintage clothing. I like the older styles. I like fitted garments. So this is all up my alley. So slow work start. And I was working on that this week when I was supposed to be getting ready to start the 2-week sweater challenge. You should go because I want to stop talking.
Catch up on chat. Mary and Donna were saying they can't make it to the Zoom thing tonight because various reasons. Donna's got to go to work.
Life happens. Boo. Don't worry about it. It's totally a thing. Not everyone's going to make it every month. It's so okay.
Yarning for a Smile joined the chat. Says, "Hey, you too," and that's a lot of ribbing on the sweater you picked.
6 inches all the way around. I'm not a tiny human. There's so much ribbing. Oh, I forgot to turn my phone on. Let's do that.
All right.
I'm listening.
What shall I talk about first? Shall I talk about some spinning? I did some spinning this week.
Ooh, yes. Just don't pick up Esmeralda, because...
No, see, I finished the spinning portion, so I just brought the bobbin up. Oh, she was so unhappy after that. Like, the footman was out of place, and I had to, like, tinker with her for, like, a good 5 minutes to make her work again. I was very unhappy about that.
You can't mishandle her. She's a classy lady. She's a classy lady.
I know, she did not appreciate it. Anyway, I finished the spin I was doing from the Fireweed Fiber Co. Advent calendar. There we go.
Okay.
So it's all lavender purples with little bits of blue and pink. So it's lovely. I still need to wind this off into a little ball. But the spin is done. Ta-da!
So cute.
I am very much enjoying the spinning.
I boxed all of that spinning advent this year, so I know what all those look like. I've seen them.
Yeah. But you haven't seen them spun up?
No, I have not seen them spun up.
So that's where that's really at. I think that was like day 4 or something. So like I still have a long way to go, but you know, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Guys, she has such big plans in December.
I know. Because everybody else is doing like Vlogmas and Craftmas and Advent calendars. I'm like, yeah, I want to play too, without thinking about how I don't have the time to do any of it. In fact, I have to dial back. Eventually, I will learn.
They choose to use their time differently than you choose to use your time.
Well, they probably don't have dance performances and families in other provinces to go visit. And
they'll have families stretched all over the place. They'll have their own things. They choose to use their time differently. Is all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And some of them probably have like different boundary setups. And for a lot of them, it's their job. That's their work.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, to be a full-time content creator. It's the dream.
You would not do well.
No?
No. You're too easily distracted and you let people fill you with FOMO.
I'm working on that. I'm better than I was.
Which is fine. It's a part of who you are. But you would struggle with the schedule that's required for full-time content creation. Because it requires you to say no to a lot of things. Because a lot of people, even in my life, a lot of people are like, yeah, but you work for yourself. I'm like, it's work, so I need you to go away. So, like, I say no to a lot of things because I'm working and I don't, and the hours are weird. Like, the hours are weird.
Now, I've learned to say no to stuff because I'd scheduled podcast things, so I'm pretty good at saying no to stuff.
Yeah, you're getting there. 1 year. When you can do Advent of Code
and
get to the end of it, then I think you'll be ready.
That'll be something.
That'll be a thing. It'll be so good for you. I was doing...
Finish one
I think after dinner on Wednesday, I shanghaied the mysterious Mr. B to help me to create a new thumbnail and banner photo.
Hmm.
I described what I was doing, and I'm like, but I can't see well enough to see what it is. It's off. So we spent 2 hours fiddling with it till we got it right on Wednesday while talking D&D.
I mean, that sounds like an entirely enjoyable evening.
It was until I was half crouched with my arms out 3/4 length to extend the size of the coffee table with the table so we could frame it right. was also an arm workout.
Who knew?
Taking photos, he's like, I'm gonna take one more. I'm like, do you understand how difficult this position is to hold for 5 minutes? And he looked at me, I'm like, hurry up, you're taking longer than your mom. It's like, okay. It was hard because my arms were fully outstretched and I had the tablecloth tightened just so, and I was in a half crouch and my head had to be off angled because we couldn't have my head shadow in the photo.
Right.
I felt that across my shoulder blades. Could have done less yoga this morning.
There's some questions in the chat about the Zoom call with you and Louise for the crochet squares thing.
Yes, Louise sent out the link already to everyone's email. And I believe we start at 3 p.m. my time. It'll say in the Zoom link.
Is that a thing people can still join, or the invitations are closed?
As far as I know, if you're doing the 365-day Granny Square challenge with us, you'll already be on Louise's invite list. She's spearheading all of that. That I would probably try to get a hold of Louise for and talk to her about it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if we're leaving it open for latecomers in February or not. I'm not positive on those parameters.
Fair enough.
Probably, okay. Given that Louise is on like day 10 of January.
Okay.
But she's I can't say for sure. Yeah.
All right. So direct Zoom call questions to Louise.
Yeah. She would be the one to ask in that case, as I'm not 100% positive. I'm doing more of a primary cheerleading position.
Gonna do a backflip?
That's not today. I won't be. But it's more so because Louise is the one who's doing the learning this, and I'm crocheting along with her to keep her company, so she's not doing it alone. And then we invited everybody else in to I guess suppose design and schedule their own year-long challenge for crocheting to just help, maybe get in the groove, get back to it, learn a few new stitches, or work at it at a pace that works for physical requirements. Because not everyone can crochet that much. Some people, the wrist motion is a problem and they have to do less of it, right? So there's definitely a bunch of very unique and personalized goals this time around. Mine is kind of ludicrous. I'm doing an hour a day. Minimum. I'm allowed to do more, but I have to do an hour a day.
So much crochet?
It works out to about 5 or 6 squares if I'm just crocheting the squares, and it works out to about 4 or 5 squares if I'm connecting, if I'm joining in the round. Mostly because you're slower when you're joining in the round.
Yeah.
The first 2 rows go quick, but my last 3rd row, not so much if I'm joining as I go. So yes, I wish I could put more time into it because I'd like to see faster progress. But that hour a day doesn't cause my wrist to hurt or my hands to hurt, and I can still do other things in the day. So for me, the hour is a good amount of time. And everyone's going to fall behind. And it's still a good amount of progress. I don't know about joining in late. I don't know. We never talked about it. I'm not positive. I don't see it as it. Louise, if you're watching.
Haven't seen her in chat, but guess we'll find out.
I don't know. She might be busy. It's a thing. All right. We still have things to talk about. You did your spinning.
Talked about spinning.
Yes. What do you have left? What do I have left?
I have 3 blankets and a sock.
Why? Why must you have the best titles for episodes on lives? 3 blankets and a sock.
Oh, I thought this one would be the Raffia Momance.
Raffia Romance. Oh my god, I'd forgotten. So good. Okay, I'm down to my 2-week sweater challenge and whip it or rip it.
Oh, I should probably do another thing then.
You have to go. I mean, I did all of my square talk up front at the start and my check-in with Louise, which were the big story pieces. But I should go look up that other romance novel. I'll tell you while you talk about things.
While you're doing that,
before I forget,
I'm going to try and spread this out a little bit. It doesn't look like a lot of progress, but remember that these rows are over 300 stitches. So I made actually some decent progress on the Incredible Blanket by Pearl Soho, which I'm just doing out of a bunch of minis and scraps. So you just alternate warm and cool colors with sort of it's kind of a weird moss stitch pattern. It's a free pattern. Sorry, that's clacking on my keyboard. But it's just knit and purl, but you knit into the stitch below. On alternate rows, and then you do that offset on each row. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. So like we're getting there, and it looks so good. I love it. I'm absolutely obsessed with this, and this is like everything that I want to work on. So I'm apparently in a very blanket place, and it's huge.
Well, I mean, I know that.
I can't spread it all out. It's all still... This is going to be a big blanket. These rows take a hot minute. I think I listened to like a whole 20-minute chapter, and I got a there and back.
I mean, you could do the math on the blanket. I wouldn't recommend it, but it'd be a great way to eat up audiobook time.
Yeah, this is how I plan to spend the rest of my day, because I need to finish Onyx Storm before I have to give back to the library. Because I lucked out and got one of the first rentals of the Onyx Storm audiobook on the Libby app, because I'm a library ninja.
You are not going to get a renewal on that one.
No, I am absolutely not going to get a renewal on that one for like 6 months, so I really got to finish it. I have like 6 days left to finish it.
Not gonna happen.
I have 6 days and 8 hours, so I'm gonna try and get a lot of those done today.
Is this one I'm looking for? I read too many books.
So, I don't know. I don't have too much to say about this one. It's gonna be great. I'm just very excited about it. I'm enjoying it thoroughly.
Okay, so Kindle does this thing that I love and hate simultaneously.
Okay.
So when you open up your library, it'll does the top part where it shows you your library, but if you're in the middle of reading a series, it gives you the little tiny images, which don't do me any darn good at this. But it'll be like, oh, hey, you're reading this book. Here's the next book in that series. And it'll do the whole series run, right? Mm-hmm. It forces me to open every single book.
Oh, no.
To figure out what's going on. Because, of course, it does. It does. Why do you need to tell me that this is a work of fiction? I am aware it's a work of fiction. I still only have my 2-week sweater and my Whip It or Rip It, so you're still going.
All right. Put down that blanket. On Whip Sprints last week, I did some work on... Wow, what is this one called? The Log Cabin Blanket? 10-stitch blanket. The 10-stitch blanket. That's the
one with the mitered squares, isn't it?
The mitered corners into a spirally thing. This is what I'm doing with all of my DK and worsted weight scraps. I
like that blanket.
Yeah.
So cute. Cute.
So I made a little bit of progress during Whip Sprints this weekend.
Okay.
So eventually that'll get done. I feel like scrap projects are perhaps exempt from Whip It or Rip It.
Are they?
I feel like if they don't get done, you just have to cast them off where they're at, and then it's a scrappy thing. Rather than having to rip all the scraps out again. But also,
if you do it that way, which I'm totally fine with, you're gonna have to on something for Whip It or Rip It soon.
We'll see. We'll see how what's what. So there's that one, and then what has become my TV knitting, which is also too long to spread out properly. My corner to corner garter stitch blanket. That is the back side. I can tell because I put in stitch markers. How much progress did I get? I got this in front of the microphone. I got all of this progress done this week. Look at that. There's the stitch marker. Got like a good hand span worth of progress. I mean, I know it's bulky, but still.
It still counts.
And these rows are
Just
getting
good.
long.
Oh my god, you're just so blankets.
I'm so blankets. I'm just all about the blankets. I'm very excited about the blankets.
When did I have a historical reading kick?
I don't know. So this is a corner-to-corner garter stitch blanket with I-cord border. I did not use any particular pattern. I just kind of figured it out. I used the Stephen West tutorial for an I-cord tab cast on for one of his shawls. And then just I-cord edging, so it's knit 3 at the beginning of the row on the right side. It's knit 3, increase however you want. I'm doing a knit front back. Knit across to the last 4 stitches, increase, and then slip 3 with yarn in front. And then on the back side, it's just knit across to the last 3 stitches, slip 3 with yarn in front. And that gives you the I-cord border.
I do like the I-cord border. I know I've admired it before because I think it's really good.
So,
yes, I think it's really
looking good.
I wish I could, I want to be able to read the little piece. Where's my camera? I don't know if I'm in my camera range. I mean, it's very pretty, very well laid out, but I can't read the stupid images. Grief.
And I'm doing that out of a Karen Anniversary cake in birch, I believe the colorway is. I have 2 Karen Anniversary cakes, so I can make this as absolutely enormous as I feel like.
I have pebbled path.
Mary says, I love spinning. Great. There will be more of it.
Spinning is so good. Spinning is so enjoyable. I need to get back into spinning.
Purple crochet and more with Dreeny. Hi all, I'm new to your channel. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to our
I'm trying to
first Sunday of the month live episodes.
The problem. I'm gonna have to do this when we're done. I'm gonna have to put my magnifying glass. I'm gonna have to look I'm gonna have to look through a screen to look at a screen.
Amazing. That's all of my blankets. I have a sock and whip it or rip it.
Okay, so then in which case I should. It's good because it's such a cute dark romance. Because he's the type of person who should only exist on paper.
Because he'd be super annoying in real life, like they all would.
Because it's called stalking in real life, and it's not acceptable.
Oh, I see. One of those. I haven't read one of those either.
Dark romance. Hello. It's usually with the mob guys. The mob guys are very mind orientated in their brain pattern. It's fine. It's fine. It's just.
Oh no! Wait! No. There's effectively stalking in Twilight, and I have read that.
Yeah, but that's not fun stalking. That's immature, obsessive teenage stalking. That's a whole other problem.
Yeah.
I gotta find it because this guy just because she likes to wear short skirts even though she is curvy and her thighs rub together and she doesn't give a flying fart. She thinks they're pretty and she likes to wear them. And he notices that the leather seats on his thing are caught because, quite frankly, as another girl whose thighs rub together, especially if you wear short skirts, leather seats suck.
Yeah, they do.
Especially in the summer. What does he do? He gets his car reupholstered into fabric so that she can wear the dresses she likes to wear.
That is overkill.
But when you're reading about a guy on paper...
I mean, okay, I appreciate the gesture, but, I don't like that for other reasons. I don't think I'd be able to take myself out of it enough to actually enjoy that.
Oh, so good. Don't worry about it. It's so good. There's enough other problems in Dark Romance. You don't read it because it's somebody you want to meet in real life, because you don't. Because you don't.
No, I think I might be a little too practical for a lot of the Dark Romance silliness, but we'll see. We'll see.
You could. I'm sorry. I read that one time I got drunk and saved a demon.
Oh yeah, no, but that is okay. That is very silly. I guess if you go into it with the right mindset. When the title
she goes on the road with a stranger because he threatened her family.
Yeah, okay.
To destroy her faith belief system. You'll be fine.
It's fine. Yeah, okay, fair.
You'll be fine. It's a romance novel. Do not take it seriously. You'll be fine.
Fair enough.
That's not what they're
It's
for.
that time I got drunk and saved a demon, followed by that time I got drunk and yeeted a love potion at a werewolf.
Equally as bad, by the way. Equally, he sees her, declares her his mate, and stalks her. It's the same thing.
Oh, yeah. I love the part where she has a bookshelf full of werewolf romances, which he notices, and her inner dialogue is just, oh my god, what is this trope?
Yeah, because it's a trope. She's not wrong.
Like, she's aware that she just became a character in a werewolf romance.
So funny. My favorite part is
self-aware kind of humor.
He's very lactose intolerant.
She's a cheesemaker.
All romances should be that level of cheese. The ones I read, definitely. Come on, I read historical romance. Come on now. If I can do that, you can read a dark romance with stalking in it. Just know the tropes when you're going in. That's the important part. That's the important part. Oh gosh. All right. So the 2-week sweater challenge has begun, which means for this week, next week, and the week after, I am nothing but sweater duty time. I am working on a mallow cardigan, which is a sweater done in pieces by Barocco Yarns. I am doing mine out of some Erin of Fireweed Fabrico yarn. I know, it's a shock. This is her DK. Where's my camera? This is my DK. Her DK, not my DK. Her DK non-superwash. I believe in the colorway, I'd like a fresh bowl.
It's a good color.
It's a pretty blue variegated. I've had work done on so far. I am just about at the lace on my back panel. I'm like half an inch from lace. I'm at that point where like I do a row and I measure and it's not there.
Ugh, how dare it not be there after one row?
Which is entirely in my brain and not his fault or the yarn's fault. So I will continue this knit a row and measure till I'm actually at 9 inches because I want to make sure I'm at the full. And I was like, I thought I was there the other day, and then I measured this. Losing my ever loving mind.
So disappointing when you think you're there and then it turns out you're not.
I've done a mallow cardigan before, so this is the second time around for me for the pattern. Am I worried about the lace panel? No, I'm making a 48-inch bust measurement for this cardigan. There is no ribbing, people, which for me slows me down so much. No ribbing. And it's got a garter border band at the bottom. So you do the back panel, you do your front panels, yes, seam them up, and then you do your sleeves in the round and you do your neckband. I have 14 days as of Friday. So I have till the 14th of February to finish this. The biggest part is nice. The lace panel.
With various
lace
smiley
panel's
emojis.
Done, super good. I need to be in the lace panel today. I need to be done the lace panel. With a lot of lace. It's not bad. It's a beautiful, simple lace pattern, but it's a lot of lace. Don't measure. You're not there. Do another row. I swear, brain. I swear.
You're just saying how you weren't there yet.
I'm not measuring. I'd like to be at lace by the time I go into the Zoom call for the squares, so I can do the squares in the Zoom call, and then I can get on the lace, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's that. I have, thanks to my dad, an incredibly large printed lace pattern for this.
Oh, is that the one you printed out on the giant construction architect paper?
Yeah. I asked him if he could, because I was going to print it on 8x11, which isn't big enough for a lace pattern at the time. So then I asked Dad if I could send him a file and if he could print it at work on a larger sheet of paper. Oh yeah, he printed on larger sheets of paper. They're huge. They cover my desk huge, but I can still see them, so they're the right size. There's no using washi tape or a ruler to mark what row. Since each individual square of the lace pattern is like this big. Hey, I can see it. That's the important part, right?
Yep.
So good. Oh, Goodness gracious. So I got to check in with Louise live this coming Friday and then the following Friday on the 14th to see if I've got the sweater done or not. I'm stuck in DK weight mode till I can get a DK weight sweater done in 2 weeks. Then I'll start working on trying to see how much of a fingering weight sweater I can get done. I'm using the yearly challenge to see if I can increase my knitting speed by challenging myself to focus and go faster.
Monogamous project knitting?
I can do it for about 2 weeks and then I quit. I gotta stop. Which
fair.
Did fair. And I usually, you know me, once the week after, I'm all over the place. I just need something different at that point. But I do
16
like knowing
different things.
Pretty much, yeah. But I do like if I can get to a 2-week sweater and it's a DK weight sweater I can do in 2 weeks, that's great. That's wonderful. If I can get to the point where I'm even doing half of a fingering weight sweater in 2 weeks, I'm doing phenomenal. And I will have become a faster knitter for it, which is something I'd like to do. So it helps me all of the challenges and stuff. Would I love to make worsted and bulky weight sweaters? Absolutely, but I don't wear them. I don't wear them, so there's no point. And if I can do a DK with a simple lace pattern sweater, then like maybe next year I stay at DK weight and I challenge myself to do something with cables or a more complex pattern, right? Like, so there's lots of places where I can work on increasing my speed in my knitting, which is a goal for me. Though, don't get me wrong, I truly appreciate everybody else who does worsted and bulky weight sweaters, and for them, that's a challenge. Because it's a lot of sweater still in 2 weeks.
It's still a lot of sweater in 2 weeks.
Still a lot of sweater in 2 weeks, no matter what weight you're working at. And I have the added restriction of when Louise is at work, because her and I are racing each other, everybody else is join us, and I can't knit on my sweater while Louise is doing her work. That way I don't get to have more time at my crafts than she does.
Only non-work hours allowed?
Only non-work hours allowed. It's a restriction her and I agreed to when we started the challenge a few years ago, that to balance the fact that I can do my stuff all day, whereas she has a schedule to work. Because her work isn't at home. Yeah. And I've got downtime, guys. While I'm waiting for things to upload, or I'm sitting in client call meetings, like I've got time to knit during my day. Not so much if you don't work at home.
It's true.
And all your meetings are, through Zoom. And you can knit off screen and nobody sees you doing it. Because you don't look down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there's that. But yeah, I need to be through that lace panel by Tuesday, because I have to be through the panels early next week to get 2 sets of sleeves done and a neckband. Because sleeves are still a lot of knitting.
That's like another half a sweater.
Or the other half a sweater.
The other half of the sweater.
I know.
I have almost a finished sock.
What? Weren't you supposed to have a finished sock? Were you supposed to have a finished sock? Or I could make fun of you? Was that not what...
Yeah, maybe. I picked up the cuff like today when we started streaming. So
I know. It was just an hour's work. You were gonna get it done.
I know. If I literally put 2 hours into it at any point this week, I would have had a finished pair of socks. I did not. So I have 99% of a finished sock. And
I know your current schedule, ma'am.
It's been a remarkably busy week for everything going on. So I'm almost done. I need another, I don't know, half an inch or something to match the other sock, and then we're done.
Excellent. Keep going. You might have FL by the time we're finished.
Maybe. We'll see.
And you can cast on another pair with all of that left ball you have.
Yeah, maybe. I would need to find another mini for it.
That's fine. That's not too hard to do. Let's take
Pasta
the finished
says
sock.
Good thing it's not your whip it or rip it.
Oh God, hey. There has been some panicked fueled starts when I know she's trying to finish something.
The keep talking just for 5 more minutes.
Yep. I've received those instructions twice before. It's fine. I do it. It's not a problem for me. But yeah, no, that leaves whip it or rip it.
All right. Well, I guess I should bring that over here. That's the one thing I did not put within arm's reach. That was foolish.
I cracked open a window in the kitchen and it's getting cool in here. Would anybody be offended if I got up and went and closed my window?
I don't think we'll be terribly offended.
I don't want the pipes to get cold or anything, but I definitely made a hot breakfast this morning, and it doesn't take much to heat up the kitchen.
Well, you have a tiny kitchen.
I do have a tiny kitchen, but I really wanted a toasty warm breakfast this morning, so I had rice, my last last of my salmon, and I made miso soup this morning for breakfast, so I need to finish a couple stitches because I know better. These are slippery metal needles, and this non-superwash is freaking gorgeous to work in. Slides right off. Super slick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you find what people are voting on this for you? Because it's just you for Whip It or Rip It this week.
Right, it's just me for Whip It or Rip It. All right, chat, I am taking recommendations for what's going to be Whip It or Rip It this week. I'm not going to put the scrappy blankets in, but I am rapidly running out of things that are not blankets. Here, let me get this bin right here. Spinning projects are out because they can't really be ripped. I'm saying scrappy projects are out at least for now, because nope, that's a scrappy project. What's in here? That is a Christmas present I haven't started yet. Okay, we have Tolls to Tank. I'll let everybody should we do it this time that we do start the polls before we talk about how we did this week, and then we have the answers to polls when we're done? Okay.
I walked past my chocolate bar, so I ate a square.
So Tolls to Tank is going to be an option. Standard 2 inches, I guess. So that's one choice.
I have no idea what your week looks like. Not this
Less
week.
busy than last week, actually. That's
okay.
That.
That tells me a lot. I mean, there's nothing saying you can't put on a cast on that you need to start, and that your progress needs to be 2 inches from cast on edge.
I suppose I could do that. I for Christmas this year, because I did not have time to knit all the things that I wanted to knit, several people got IOU a knitted accessory. So this bag actually is all set up and ready to go for some worsted weight knitted slippers for the Charlies.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Because it'll help you make progress on things.
Yeah. And I'm slightly less, let's say, but it is worsted weight. And they are only ankle height. You know what? Let's say I haven't casted anything on yet, but it is worsted weight. So, and it's going to be striped navy and gold.
Oh, that'll be pretty.
Yeah. No, they picked the colors while they were here. So I'm going to say one whole sock, because it's only a shorty and it's worsted weight.
Yeah,
so
that's and it's not like neither your sibling nor their partner have big feet.
No,
they have perfectly
measured. It's
normal
the same
size
as my
feet.
Foot. I can use my own foot.
Yeah.
So that's it. It'll be 2 inches on the Tolls to Tank, or an entire worsted weight ankle sock. Let me put this away, and then I'll start that poll.
Yeah, because I've got my one from last week, but I am not participating in Whip It or Rip It for the next 2 weeks while I sweater knit like a crazy person.
All right, let me start this poll.
I dropped a ball of yarn.
And then I will catch up on chat.
Holy shit.
And we can talk about how we did this week.
Yeah. Do. Sometimes.
Tolls to Tank or knitted. I'm going to say slipper, because that's what it's kind of meant to be. There we go. Everybody can vote
you need
on
to
that
get
in the
those
chat.
done.
All right.
More important.
Now shall we talk about how we did this year? Or week. This week. Doing so well. I'm doing so well. Oh, sorry, I'm catching up on chat.
Oh, yes.
Yearning for a Smile said, I love having the window open in winter. We do it a few minutes every day and practice Luften? Am I reading that right?
Hey, listen, I practice Herkel-Durkelen like nobody's business.
What is that?
Scottish term for staying in bed after you're supposed to get up for the...
And also says, I know Jocelyn doesn't have a Whippet or Ribbit for the next 2 weeks. How about you make a bingo square for pattern release? Oh, that's a thought. A Whippet or Ribbit could be bingo square for pattern. Oh, well, maybe I'll do that next week, because my thing for that would be the potion bottle, and I could call it like a love potion bottle for Valentine's Day.
You could.
I like that. Okay, I'll tuck that one away for next week.
Okay, that works. Yeah, okay. I'm watching some Instagram reels and they're like talking about Scottish terms about staying in bed after it's time to get up. Herkel-Durkling. I'll do be a Herculean and I do be a Durkling. I spend so much life in bed now. I too am Herkel-Durkling like nobody's business. Sometimes I'm even napping.
But it's cozy in bed. Like first thing in the morning, like it's cold outside your bed and it's so perfect inside your bed and it's just wonderful.
No, because if I do that, I won't get up for the day. So if I sleep a full 8 hours, because I drink tea and water all the way up to bedtime, my bladder demands a bathroom break first thing in the morning, or it might explode and kill me. Like, it's a thing. And then once I'm out of bed, my brain goes, I'm already up. I might as well do a thing.
Yeah, well then the coziness is ruined anyway, so.
Yeah. Or my cat decides it's time to get up, and she is aggressively cute at me. This morning,
Mommy, I'm starving.
This morning the cat above us was playing, and she was trying to get up to the ceiling, so she was like climbing on top of my head on the pillow to get up higher, and meowing at the ceiling. I'm trying to remind her that there is no furniture tall enough for her to get to the ceiling. And even if she can get to the ceiling, she can't get through the ceiling to get off my head.
Jude says exploding bladder sounds like a bad way to go.
It would be an awful way to go.
Right?
Some mornings when you wake up, you gotta go.
I understand. All right. Whip it or rip it. What was your thing this week?
It was the hood. The snood, the beetle nude snood.
Oh, yeah. You think I'd remember these things?
I don't always remember.
The Granny Stripe blanket out of the Advent yarn from a couple years back.
Yep.
So who wants to go first?
Well, I'm okay going first.
All right.
Because then you can go and then we can check your poll. I need to find my progress keeper. Look, I made a bunch of progress.
Look at all that progress.
It's getting bigger. I'm very happy that I went with blue clay yarn switch. Very happy I went with the blue clay switch. I'm still working in the middle part. Oh yeah, it's so much fun. And it is quite enjoyable to crochet. Quite enjoyable to crochet. I definitely made my 6 inches.
Oh yeah.
So, we're good. We're good. My rough measurement says I've made 6 inches. So we're good. I used one of my new stitch. I'm trying to be careful because it's got the balls of yarn just like kind of free floating on the table here. Should
Don't
grab
want those running away.
Oh, one's already run away. One. Should grab those. There's so much stuff going on. What are you caught on now? Oh, we have small knitting needles. Jeez, everywhere. There's just stuff everywhere. I used one of my new wooden stitch markers.
Cute. The stacked pumpkins.
My stacked pumpkins. Yes, very enjoyable. I mean, right now I'm working, seeing things so awkward. The blue clay in the white and the color number 29 in the sparkle, discontinued sparkle base from Erin and Fireweed Fabric Co. Ugh, I'm not too bad. I think I'm into like the 20th some odd row, somewhere in there, almost 30 rows. Anyway, I'm over the halfway point, which is the important part. The rows are not short. The rows are not short. Which is fine. It's crochet. It doesn't take that long to do a row. I mostly did it in bed in the evening while listening and finishing my evening cup of tea, which is something I do to relax. I know. I listen to the world news to relax.
You're only like 87. It's fine.
I'm a weird duck. And I understand this about myself. And it's fine. I'm going to continue. Mostly because we will get to that point in the season again where it's time to wear my blue coat. And this will look really cute with my blue coat. And be very dramatic when it's finished.
More deep freeze coming.
Well, we got Festival de Voyager coming, so we're going to be here for the next couple of weeks, because that's how that works. And Festival is either warm or very cold, and it is very rarely very cold.
We lost the entire second half of that sentence.
I prefer going to Festival when it's really cold.
Yes, well, it does keep the ice sculptures nice.
Well, again, it's more fun to eat your maple candied sugar treats, and it's more fun to go on the hay ride. That crisp
It is
outside.
just generally more fun when it's cold, yeah.
It's just more fun. The sledding is more fun. This was younger. There's a lot of things that are just more fun when it's cold enough that snow's doing the proper thing. Now, let's be honest, you get all bundled up and then you go inside and you're listening to the music, but you're bundled in your winter layers and you want the cold beer. It's better. Festival is better when it's cold.
Yep. Well, it's a winter festival. Of course it's better when it's cold.
And the music travels farther and it's cleaner. Like, oh, it's good. Well, there was that one year, I think it was like Christmas, when they had the ice. It was cold enough that they had those ice instruments, and you and I went to the Forks. And we listened to literally people play ice instruments. How cool was that?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and we saw the fire dancers and stuff out. And it was cold. But it had to be that cold for the instruments to function properly. But how hauntingly beautiful was that music? And it was just there was just a crowd of us.
Unique resonance.
It was just a bunch of us literally just standing around, and not a small group of us. There was a large group of us. Standing around absorbed, just stunningly gorgeous. It has to be cold for the sauna thing to be a fun experience at the Forks too. Because then you stand outside and you get really cold and you want to go inside where it's really... There's reason cold. You need cold. You need cold. Some stuff is just better when it's cold. Okay.
I saw a progress keeper in here somewhere. Sort of irrelevant, though.
I am freed from the whip and a ribbit. Really?
I was going to work on this blanket. I said 2 to 4 inches. Didn't touch it. Didn't touch it. So, I don't know. Maybe this is just cursed or something, because this will be the second time I've ripped out something that I've started with this advent calendar.
I think you need to rethink how you're using that advent.
I think so, because this was not it, apparently. I was absolutely obsessed with it.
The internet's got to be freaking. Oh, chat's going to be losing their mind.
I don't know, that because I was absolutely obsessed with this when I started it, but at some point I'm just like, something's not right about it, and I'm not entirely sure what it is that's not right about it. Because, like, the texture's great, the drape's great. I think maybe I don't like how it's striping.
I have a question.
No, I was
what
doing
was the last project?
You designed a wrap.
Oh, my wrap. Maybe try a sweater. I don't know, I was not
into it that year.
Maybe try a sweater.
It granny squares really well. So, I don't know. But
bye, blanket!
Bye, blanket! Here we go.
Oh, man. Chat, I'm so sorry. Well, at least it takes a blanket whip off the to-do list.
Also says, poor Chad is dancing around the living room laughing. Yeah, probably. So here we go. It's coming. Where is the top of this? Oh my god.
Because what I keep thinking I'd like to do with an advent calendar is make one of those advent sweaters.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what it needs to be, because I've had
like maybe it's what it needs to be.
Was it Dragon Horde has the advent sweater?
Yeah, it's the adventure, her favorite adventure, I think.
Something like that.
So
you know what I'm talking about.
We both yeah, I do, because we both have it in our wish list. We'd like to get it at some and we know the fit of her garments is really good because we watched me make several of them. You've put on several of the ones I've made from her.
And went, ooh, I need to make one. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, we already know we like the designer, we like the fit of her stuff. And I'm thinking like maybe
and I do love
maybe
these
it needs
colors,
to be a sweater.
And blue is a color I would absolutely wear.
Yes. Like maybe she needs to be a sweater.
Maybe it needs to be a sweater.
Maybe it needs to be a sweater.
I'll give that some thought. Okay. Anyway.
Hello,
another
quadruped.
thing to the ripping pile.
I'm so happy to see you. You have kibble. And it's nowhere near supper time. I gave you kibble. Well, it's not my fault. When I said it's time for lunch, you rolled over, sneezed, and went back to sleep. So this is my problem.
Also says Scrappy V would also work. That's another strong contender. Because I've tried on your Scrappy V and I quite liked it.
Yeah.
Nikki says, I'm designing a hat, mitts, and cowl with that advent. Super easy and makes the yarn shine. I could let you know when testing is needed or just when it's released.
That could work. Depending on if she's still in the thinking process, that could work.
Jude says, no dancing here. Trying to be warm after working outside. Blankets in Whip It or Rip It was always likely to be ripped, so no surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Fair. I am, however, now just down to scrappy blankets, and I'm gonna do my darndest not to include those in Whip It or Rip It, because it's a scrappy project. Those just take forever. That's how they work.
No, I don't want you. Oh my god, it's fine. I'm allowed to be out of bed.
Alright, this poll's been open for a while. 12 minutes, so I'm gonna end it now.
Okay.
Boop. And so the results are, I'm
only here for tie-break situations. What are you doing?
Asa says I just need to cast on a lot of things. No, I need to finish things. The winner is the knitted slipper with 55% of the vote.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hello, kitty. Monster. Nuisance.
This actually hurts my back, buddy. Yeah, I'm glad you care.
All right, so I need to start a poll for you now.
Nope, because I don't have
something other than all. Oh, right, you're not doing it this week. I know things. Yeah. I know things. Also says I need to cast on a lot of things because I need something other than blankets. Yes. I still have the 2 Stephen Wests and the Shockwaves wrap.
She's running out of non-complex knits is what it is. Could you pick a side and stick to it?
So yeah, I might have to do cast-ons.
I'm good for cast-ons. I think you should, because you've got yarn you need to use. Because you've got yarn that's come in.
I know. Oh, I haven't opened my February yarn yet.
Well, we should talk about January's yarn.
Yes. Does that mean I have to go grab it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at the moment, I could go grab it, but I'm not sure what the quadruped's going to do when I move.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to put her down first, because I don't have that range of motion right now.
Ooh,
guys, we're doing Patreon streams where we babysit Diana. You got to go down, babe. It hurts too much to carry you right now. Oh. That was awkward for both of us, buddy. What are we doing this month for streams? Oh, you'd think I'd remember these things, but I don't.
You would think
you yarn sorting
no, I have...
this month, aren't you?
Let me look.
These
next
are co-working
weekend.
With Diana.
Oh, we have our fail-along scheduled for next weekend.
Yes, we do.
This is all going to come out in a Patreon post momentarily.
Yes, I could have posted it yesterday. I chose to eat pasting.
But it looks like we're doing a fail-along next weekend. And then on the 15th, I'll be doing a yarn organizing stream for Patreon members.
Yeah. The Fail Along is for Patreon tiered members, the specific tier and up, yeah.
Okay, there we go. So that's, yeah, so in 2 weeks, less a day, I will be organizing the all of this.
Excellent.
And also the stuff that's in the closet that you've never even seen, probably.
Probably been a while since I've seen it.
It's probably been a while since I've seen it.
Okay.
Jude says, I need stuff, not blankets on the needles. Also says, cast on all your IOUs from Christmas and some sweaters for sibling and partner. Yeah. Yeah, I have plans.
It's going to be a hard working week for you this week.
Apparently. All right, so January's yarn. I got
you
it in
have
the
2 advent calendars, ma'am?
I haven't got the second one yet. I don't have it. I do not physically possess it yet, but I will be all over it the instant I do. It hasn't been shipped out yet.
Okay. I don't remember what base I went with. DK.
Did you also go with Wild Rye, or did you get like a tweed?
I think I went Wild Rye.
Yeah, the colorway is, aren't they glorious? And it's the Jurassic Park logo colors.
I just Aaron's like, which one do you want? By the time we were done talking, I was like, that's it. I don't care. Pick one. And he was like, okay. I'm like, okay, wait, that's more.
It's so pretty.
I took the label off mine so I could fold it up. Wow, your white balance is so white.
I've got a light on to make me bright enough, and the light's like right there, fair. So it's like glowing. Okay, I think you've got the tweed base, actually.
I have the tweed,
it's got
tweed
Tweety
base?
Bits, and I do not have Tweety Bits.
Okay, then I have the tweed base.
But it's pretty.
I gave up. I have worked in all of her bases, and so I'm sort of at the point where it's like, you know what, pick that you think I'll like, because I don't know anymore. And I'll enjoy it, so I don't need to know anymore. I just need it to show up so it can go in my stash. The real question is, do you know what you're going to do with it?
I don't. It's such a lovely, bright color. I really want to try making some crochet puff flowers.
Okay.
But I don't know, because I don't want to do another blanket. I do not need another blanket. But I've seen Sherry's been crocheting this into squares, and it looks so good. And like, I kind of want to do that too, but to what end, I don't know.
Could make a bag.
I could make a bag. I'm not big into bags, though.
I'm thinking specifically for projects to retire one of the swag bags.
So many.
Yeah, I want you to retire. I want you to retire your husband's swag bag projects. But you can make this bag.
No, those are my swag bags.
Your swag bags? You can make one of these.
I could. I don't know. I'm just not big into bags. And I honestly, since I ripped out a whole bunch of stuff, I have legit project bags. I have so many legit project bags.
You have a lot of project bags.
I have lots. Do not worry. I'm not hurting for project bags.
I'm doing a lot in the way of accessories. You could do DK weight house socks because your feet are always cold. You give yourself some reading socks.
It's true.
Those would whip up nice and quick. My pair of reading
socks did die over Christmas.
Mm-hmm. So you give yourself some new reading socks. And again, DK weight, that'll go up quick.
It's true.
It'll go quick. I'm trying to think of like a smaller projects.
Yes, I definitely need to do some smaller projects that are perhaps even smaller than sweaters.
Yes. I pulled out a skein of Cascade, wrong words, Barocco Vintage that I have. And that gives me 200 grams of DK weight. Because Jocelyn made all of those really pretty striped mittens and everything for everybody. Also would like a set for herself.
That makes sense.
So I'm going to use my midwinter mitten, like my midwinter collection pattern. And I'm going to make myself mittens and a cowl.
I like it.
Yeah, so that's what I want to do. And I've got everything for it stored in a bag I made.
Also says, you've not ripped a lot, you have it in a pile on the floor. And Jude says, also, you're taking no prisoners tonight.
No, Oss is on the hunt. I've got the needles.
I ripped out some. I ripped out a lot. I have ripped out a lot. There's just still a lot left. It was just a lot to start with.
I've got the needles in the bag, and this is going to be my first cast on when I'm done my 2-week sweater challenge.
Nice.
So much stuff going on.
Slippers, so
but I don't
put this bag away.
Because let's be honest, guys, I'm heavily petitioning Diana to be the recipient for 5 free skeins of yarn for rehoming, because I know her color palette. It's my color palette.
It's a very similar color palette. Yes, you have to wait till after the organizing stream.
You gotta wait 2 more weeks. I'm heavily petitioning other people I know to get rid of some of their stash because it bothers them, to give it a home, because full skeins of stash don't bother me. I'm also a bit of a production knitter. I think we probably have to come to terms with that. I like making stuff, and I make a lot of stuff. But I'm not, year to year, at the end of the year, I'm not doing too bad for whips. I'm not doing too bad for having finished items. Those are still totals that I'm still very comfortable with. And I have a bag of project bags because I cleared out so much stuff last year.
I also have a bag of project bags. But let me show you this basket.
My brain is like,
this basket is now entirely bags, empty project bags.
So you need more stuff.
Few
you need
of
to cast
them
on more
are swag
things.
bags from conferences.
You need to cast on more things. But I also know, because I went DK weight.
Okay,
it works out faster. So I'm using the DK. I want hats. Well, not hats. I want mittens.
That one I can't show on stream.
Cowl.
It's got bad words on it.
I want other things.
Okay.
And if we're honest, I've already put in a request for February's yarn in a sweater quantity.
5.
At some point. So I know I have other sweater quantities coming to me.
7. I have 7 small empty project bags.
Excellent. We can get you some small projects on the go.
So,
there's tons
I'm not
of
hurting
small
for
projects
bags.
out there.
Do not worry.
Tons of small. We have a teapot cozy off we have to schedule.
And I have 3 medium-sized bags that are completely empty.
Good.
Then I have several large ones that will be empty when I rip things. But also, those are blanket-sized bags, except for that one hanging from my chair behind me is holding all of my spinning projects right now, so they're all in one place.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, let's be honest. I tilt my chair back and I take naps, and I know this is not what Erin planned when she put the fiber stash right here, but it's really nice to just kind of lean back and put my head in my fiber stash and nap. I meant it this year, guys, when I said my goals were more snacks and more naps. I have some very weird work hours now, but that's fine.
As soon as we're done. I just don't want to spoil it for people.
February is beautiful. Yeah, well.
I mean, I know it's February 2nd, but maybe some people don't have it yet, so I'm not going to spoil it.
Some people might not. I mean, mine shows up unwrapped, and Erin tells me what month is what, but she's driving it over when she comes to visit, so
it's one of those two blue things right there. I have February and March right there.
Yeah, I'm just just don't. It's the same way I also know what the Advent is before everybody else gets it, because I help wrap them. I help make the boxes.
That's fine.
It's fine. It's not spoiling for me. It's not the end of the world in my case. So I don't. It's delightful because she's also like, okay, so I dyed it on this base, and this base. I think I literally picked the base for my Advent while lying on my mother's floor in October. She's like, which base do you want? This one. I lying on the floor and there's yarn dumped on my head. And I'm like, I don't know, all I see is black. Hang on. And that was just what we were. My back hurt. I needed to stretch and lay my back out. And sometimes lying on the floor is just the best way to do that.
Okay, floor time is fantastic and super underrated.
Oh, it's super underrated. So I was like, I don't know. So I'm lying on the floor with my arms straight up, holding up bundles of yarn, going, no, I did that one last year. Yeah, let's do that one.
Oh, chat, I need a word for the unscripted Patreon ad before I forget.
Oh, yeah, you totally do. So that's fun. So I'm not spoilers, but yes, some people don't have their stuff. It's your twisted fibers, frosted fibers. Frosted Stitch. Oh,
Frosted Stitch, yes. You were so close.
So close.
Frosted Stitch does the dark moody colors. It was like a traveling or a book themed. I can't remember. I looked at so many. They have so many great themes. They had a pirate themed something going on that I almost bought. I didn't because I already had the advent calendar. But I do not physically possess the advent calendar yet. It will come to me eventually.
Well, I mean, and I
calendar.
sent you to
the Yarn Club.
Yarn Club. Well, I sent you to Smiling Sheep.
They also have glorious colors, but I need to organize this and see what
First,
I even have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we need to fill some holes in sweater quantities because you're at garment making stage.
I need
or matched
plain
accessory
colors.
stage.
I have so many pretty single skeins. I need solid colors, and to probably just give up a lot of the single skeins, honestly, because I've been collecting for 10 years, and I don't necessarily love what I bought 10 years ago anymore.
Years ago, no. Well, and you're not a scrappy, striped, bright, bold color wearing human. You like
also
them.
that. I love,
but that's
I love the notion. I don't wear that.
It. Personally, I'm thinking that I need to do
hoarding and fish. This is great.
More things. What I'm gonna do.
Hoarding and fish. Ooh, I need like one more row and then a cast off, and then I'm done.
Excellent. Keep going. I need to get more sweater quantities worth, like ones that like I can make like the loose, gauzy, lacy fabric to go over tank tops and stuff. But I have to stay at DK weight and fingering weight yarns. Because
oh my gosh, I know when I would wear bright colors. Yeah. All those, the little crocheted tops that I started making last year.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah. I'm thinking for your LA and your web dev stuff. So and those are quick projects.
Yeah. Okay. I can make those in bright, fun colors. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. Fun crop top.
That's what I'm doing with a lot of these now.
Yeah. We just need to get it sorted out so you know what you have and start filling in your solid colors for your usual, and then you have your color pop things. Come on, guys, I wear fitted stuff 98% of the time. I still own a Moonbow cardigan. That thing is drapier than I'll get out. There is no shape to it.
But it's cozy.
But every once in a while, what I want is the super oversized sweater. I just don't want it all the time.
Yeah, that's fine.
I need to start making more pieced cardigans. And there's one pattern. Oh, I gotta show you. It's been in my wish list bundle for freaking forever and a hot. It's a two-tone fitted cardigan. Still freaking cute. But this is the year. I need to get the solid colors that work to make it.
I definitely need to move into more solid colors.
Yeah. I'm not giving up my stripes and my wacky and my scrappy stuff, but I wear that stuff in public.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Wear what makes you happy. It just happens to not make me happy to wear bright colors. I love knitting with it. I love seeing other people wear bright colors. It's not me. I'm a moody colors person, not a bright colors person. The moody colors are what bring me joy.
Identify. I do like the moody colors, but I'm struggling to see them.
And that makes perfect sense.
So the brighter colors I'm able to pick. Starting to get loud in my clothing. Not like my grandma loud, because my mom's mom, she was loud in her choices. Which makes sense, because my mom's mom has had the same disease that I do. It's on my mom's side of the family, so I understand
why. I understand wanting to wear colors you can actually see.
I get it.
It makes perfect sense.
But the mismatched tropical print might be a heavily influence on Jocelyn's choice for solid or stripes only in her clothing.
Yeah.
Or one print only when she's doing stuff, because can't always quite tell what's going on. Whereas that was not always a decision that a lot of my other family members will make, and I'm not going to tell them no, they can wear whatever but it confuses me. And it's too much sometimes. So, like, if I've got a plaid skirt on, I want to have plain tops to go with it. Because at some point, I will mismatch my plaid, and that will be bad. But you've got your word.
I've got 2 words. So let's do this Patreon thing.
Let's do a Patreon thing, because I need to go do another Zoom. Good luck with that. Oh, yeah, we should wrap up so I can have food.
Yeah, we've been on for a bit. Okay. If you would like to financially support these shenanigans, you can do so at patreon.com/northernitspodcast. Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server, where we chat about all manner of things. I complain about hoarding of yarn and think about perhaps casting on a fish sweater, because I've been seeing on Reddit a lot of people are making the halibut sweater, which is a colorwork yoke with fish. And I don't know, I guess I'm easily influenced because the more I see it, the more I want one. Even though the first time I saw it, I'm like, that's some impressive color work, but I have no desire to wear fish. But I just keep seeing it in more and more colors, and I'm like, gosh darn it, do I want some fish? I might want some fish. Okay. Maybe I'm just very easily influenced, I don't know.
My brain was like,
hoarding and fish.
I mean, technically you're a Pisces, so you could say it's your zodiac sign is influencing you.
There we go, yeah. That's it.
If you need a justification for that. If you need a justification for the fish issue.
Yeah, there we go. I'm a fish sign. All right.
That's true.
Oh, note about YouTube memberships while I'm thinking of it. I am aware that they have shut off. It is because I did not do a verification step that I was unaware I needed to do. So I am now at the point where Google has mailed me a physical piece of paper with a code on it that I need to make everything work again. So I'm just waiting for the piece of paper to show up in the mail, and then it'll work again.
Okay, I do not understand this verification process that YouTube puts people through at all.
I do not either. I don't understand why it can't just, like, get sent to an email or something, but I need to wait for a physical piece of paper to show up at my house. So the instant that happens, I will put in the code, and then YouTube memberships will work again, and then y'all can have the Stardew Valley video that was supposed to go up today that I haven't bothered putting up yet because memberships are broken. I will put it up the instant that memberships are fixed.
Wow. YouTube, you're a treat, buddy. You're a treat.
It's great.
You're a treat. Oh my God. Guys, there is a lot going on on the Patreon and in the Discords, as per usual. We got a couple of our members gearing up for Sock Madness. That's always a delightful thing to watch occur. We have new members coming in. We have monthly Enits with tier 2 members and up. We have the random fail. I forgot what tier that is. We have quarterly epic Enits where everyone's invited in once a quarter, and we talk at all sorts of disjointed hours and time frames. Sometimes it's quiet in there and it's very confusing. Sometimes there's 20 messages every.
Yeah.
Never know what's going to happen. We don't know what enabling will need to occur, but we are there for everybody. Should a yarn decision be needed?
Oh yes, if you ever need an opinion, we have many.
I think late last night, a couple of days ago, I posted and I went, "Help! How many branch am I?" Because I knitted a thing and it was in a dark color and I couldn't see, so I just nope, take a photo, post. I got help. That was the important part.
We can count your stitches. That's what we're here for.
Oh man, it's a thing. We get you get Instagram links, we get pet updates. There's food sharing. We talk about books. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in there. However,
it's a good time.
Budgets. Oh my God, they're a thing. Hitting like on the video. I know you hear every YouTuber say it. Yeah, it helps. It helps a lot. Commenting and interacting with us here and on other social media is huge. It lets us know that you're there. We appreciate knowing we're not talking into the void, and it also lets the platforms and other stuff know that we're a group and a community that they might want to, which is big because then maybe we can bring you guys new yarn to look and try out, right? So there's stuff that hopefully we can work on and continue to grow the community. My computer would like me to know a thing I don't care about.
Can look at it later.
Look at it later. But that's it. We're done. We survived alive. I'm still
indeed.
I'm sweater knitting. Yay.
I
need more
casting off. I
cardigans
have to
this
look
year.
down.
I need to knit more cardigans this year. However, until next week, when we check in and we see how Diana did with sock.
Sock, yep, full sock.
She needs a whole sock.
A whole sock.
I'm gonna say I'm Jocelyn.
I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to craft.
Don't forget to craft. Don't forget to craft.